Well, parents are always looking for solutions to help their kids.
On this Wellness Wednesday, Dr. Tiffany Johnson with Healing Touch Chiropractic is here. Talk about a couple of major points about my chiropractic, I should say, and what parents should know about it. Welcome back to the
That's
show.
a tongue twister.
I was just going to say.
That's 2 times.
Does that mean we need an adjustment?
Yeah, possibly. A little bit of clarity is needed.
But it is something parents are always looking for ways to help their kids, and this is a great option for them.
Well, I've been on here for 2 years, every 2 to 4 weeks. So I start to get emails and calls and texts saying, can you fix my kid's immune system? Well, especially now, because it's cold and flu season, which I didn't even know that we had a separate season for cold and flu, but we do. People are crazy sick right now. There's asthma, right? Like that's a very common one. Can you fix my kid's asthma, allergies, constipation, ear infections? And so the list goes on. And then it gets to depression, anxiety, ADHD, ADD. So I get all these questions of, can you fix, right? Or can you treat? And I say, well, no, I cannot fix or treat any of that. But when you're expressing in that way, there's something not quite right with the nervous system. And remember, that's master highway, right? Remember that? We should have a quiz one of these times. How much do you remember over the last 2 years?
I feel like if I had you here, I would remember it, but you made us sit down without you here.
So brain controls that master highway, and when there's interference to that communication, something's not going to work right. Does that mean that that diagnosis is a forever thing? That's my second point. First one is, does chiropractic, do I fix or treat anything? No. 2, I just did a Facebook Live this morning on this. Do not become the label, and that is huge. So when they say, can you fix my kid's asthma? Can you fix my depression? Can you make me fertile? All of those diagnoses become you. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I am looking at making sure the master controller is working, nervous system, and then I'm also addressing that mental and emotional side of it. Because if you really feel like, well, if you've been diagnosed with cancer and that's the belief in your heart, soul, and every part of your body, you might not have full hope that your body can change and that it can fully heal from the inside. And so when I say I can't fix you, I'm looking at, you have all the pieces right there. You have everything that we need. You have the garden hose that's working. There's just too many kinks. The puzzle pieces are mixed up and they're not all put together.
So then you...
Is that deep?
I'm just like letting it sink in so that I can save it for my quiz later. But it is, you don't want to be the label of, I have X. You know, you want to be able to say, I can overcome whatever kind of temporary thing that I have. But we'll talk more about this when we come back after a quick break.